Younger generations urged to equip themselves with skills and emotional intelligence. Khazanah National Berhad reduces its debt burden within a year. Good afternoon. You're watching News On 2. I'm Brendan Lipol. Now, Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail has urged the younger generation to equip themselves with technical knowledge, soft skills and emotional intelligence to face future challenges.
Kemahiran yang dianggap penting masa ini adalah keupayaan adaptasi, komunikasi, agility dan kemampuan membuat penilaian.
The Deputy Premier said this when launching Tenaga Nasional Berhad TNB's My Brighter Future, MyBF sponsorship program at Polytechnic Sultan Salahuddin Abdul Aziz Shah in Shah Alam, Selangor. Present were TNB Chairman Tan Sri Leo Mogi and TNB President and Chief Executive Officer Amir Hamzah Azizan. Meanwhile, Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah lauded the MyBF program, describing it as a proactive measure to help families from the low-income group get out of poverty status. She also welcomed TNB's initiative of expanding the scope of MyBF program to students in technical and vocational education and training institutions, Malaysia Technical University Network, polytechnics and community colleges. The Deputy Premier noted that the step is an appropriate measure as many students from the B40 group will further their studies in the institutions. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Seri Dr. Mujahid Yusof Rawat says traders have no excuse not to apply for halal certification as it could be made online. Commenting further, Datuk Seri Dr. Mujahid said traders at the state level could register their businesses online before the application being processed by the Department of Islamic Development Malaysia, JAKIM.
Jadi isu mengatakan benda itu susah dan apa sebenarnya tidak timbul. Dan sudah tentulah kami menjaga standard halal. Bila dia nak renew, kami nak kena check balik lah.
The minister said this at the launching of Umatik Festival 2.0 at the Muhammad Al-Fatih Mosque in Ipoh, Perak last night. Now, Khazanah National Berhad has managed to reduce its debt burden from 55 billion to 47 billion ringgit in 1 year through asset and investment sales. Its managing director, Dato' Shahril Rizza Rizwan, says the country's sovereign wealth fund also managed to generate 9 billion ringgit in revenue during the same period and is expected to recover and able to generate 5 billion ringgit in potential revenue this year.
Walaupun nilai aset yang kita ada masih lagi dia tahap yang lama iaitu 130 bilion ringgit, tapi hutang yang kita ada telah pun turun sebanyak 10 bilion ringgit. Right? So dari segi net asset value kita ataupun net balance sheet kita memang lebih kukuh lagi.
Dato' Shahril also said that the process of selling assets was seen as being able to restructure existing assets to be more sustainable and low risk. The Pakatan Harapan government last year initiated the restructuring and reorganization of Khazanah, which constituted a change of leadership in its board and management, as well as the introduction of new mandates and objectives. The police swooped on 247 Chinese nationals and 2 locals on suspicion of involvement in online gambling. Based on information and surveillance, police mounted an operation dubbed Perjudian Online or GOL calling centre to catch the suspects aged between 20 and 40 at 11 premises from the 25th of September until the 2nd of October. Elaborating further on the matter, Kuala Lumpur Police Chief Datuk Seri Mazlan Lazim said police also seized gambling paraphernalia and related items worth 3.1 million ringgit. He also said police believe that the trend of the syndicates is to rent premises for between 8,000 and 23,000 ringgit for short term and use them as calling centres for online gambling. Members of the syndicate are paid about 3,000 ringgit per month, he told a press conference at Kuala Lumpur Contingent Police Headquarters. He said investigations also revealed the syndicate could reap a profit of up to 825,000 ringgit a day, reaching 24.75 million ringgit in a month. The Kuala Lumpur police chief added the suspects have been remanded for 14 days under the Immigration Act 1959/63 and Common Gaming Houses Act 1953. Now, it's unnecessary for pupils to resit the Form 3 Assessment PT3 examination. Now, the Ministry of Education says this is because the management of the PT3 examination is similar to that of year-end examination and that the examination papers are standardized. In a statement released, the Education Ministry said PT3 is a centralized assessment, PP, in the school-based assessment, PBS, and administered by the schools based on instruments and standardized scoring prepared by the Examinations Board. The Ministry also said PT3 was an academic component of PBS at the lower secondary education, which was implemented based on a shared accountability between the schools and the Examinations Board. The Ministry further noted that the PT3 examination would continue as scheduled, and they also urged the public to not create issues which could worry parents and put pressure on examination candidates. Pengurusan Air Selangor Sendirian Berhad or Air Selangor received 1,143 complaints on foul-smelling water from the 28th of September till 10 a.m. yesterday. 97 of the complaints were received from 6 p.m. on Thursday till 10 a.m. yesterday. Air Selangor Customer Relations and Communications Department Head Abdul Rauf Ahmad said 1,129 of the cases were acted upon with samples taken for testing water quality. He also said based on the tests, the water supplied is safe for use and meets the national drinking water standards for physical parameters as set by the Health Ministry. Besides testing samples, Abdul Rauf said Air Selangor had also conducted checks and did cleaning work at 36 service reservoirs which supplied treated water to the areas where the complaints came from. Cleaning work on the 29 pipeline networks at 31 areas involving the complaints were also undertaken till 10 a.m. yesterday, namely in the districts of Petaling, Hulu Langat, Sepang and Kuala Langat. He added that Air Selangor also distributed 1,764 5-litre bottles of drinking water to consumers in the affected areas. Air Selangor apologizes over the matter and advises consumers to contact 15300 SMS or WhatsApp to 019-2800-919 or 019-2816-793 if they require any assistance. Moving on to sports, JDT2 close to clinching Challenge Cup. Stay with us. Now, Johor Darul Ta'zim 2 or JDT2 are only one step away from lifting the 2019 Challenge Cup when they defeated UKMFC 1-0 in the first leg final at Pasir Gudang Municipal Stadium last night. Nonetheless, it was hard-fought victory for Irvin's Bobans boys. JDT2's import striker from Lebanon, Mohamed Gada, was not lethal as his attempts failed to find the net in the first half. In the second half, JDT2 began to find their rhythm, and in the 63rd minute, a lapse by UKM saw Mohamed Amirul Hadi Zainal pouncing on a loose ball to score. Stunned by the goal, UKMFC launched several attacks to find the equalizer but failed, and the score remained 1-0 at the end of the play. The second leg final to determine the eventual winners will held at Kuala Lumpur Football Stadium on the 12th of October. Now that concludes News on 2. Now a reminder of our top story. Younger generations urged to equip themselves with skills and emotional intelligence. Join us again at 7 this evening. Till then, I'm Brendan Lepol. Thanks for watching.